So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to speak about how the universe uses the mirror reflection principle to also bring manifestations into our reality. Now, we've already spoken how comprehensive the mirror reflection principle is, and now we're going to see how it affects us on a day-to-day basis. What we're going to do is we're going to have a deeper understanding of how the mirror reflection principle brings all the things in front of us into the solid reality that we see. Today what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with the video that we done earlier on about the mirror reflection principle. Now, we've already said that the mirror reflection principle is a very comprehensive hidden rule of the world, hidden law of the world that if we understand, we can be more effective in all the things that we do in our lives. And the mirror reflection principle can teach us a lot about who we are, what we are, especially on a resonant level, and it can allow us to change those resonance, and then hopefully we can move away from a particular life that we may not be 100% happy with, and then we can move on to other lifelines that are a lot more of maybe what we wanted in our life. What we have here in front of us is a diagram that shows us exactly how the universe uses the mirror reflection principle in order to conscientize us and also manifest things into our lives. To start off here where the belief is on our left hand corner, and it says here beliefs are stories given to us or acquired through limited experience. So it's often given to us in the forms of teaching or experience from a young age. It could be religion, it could be culture, whatever it may be. We acquire a certain kind of idea about the world, and we form perceptions and basically how things are. So we have an idea about the world and we think this is the way this is. And then what happens is we have thoughts, feelings, emotions that are associated with the perceptions and the stories that we have. So it could be that this particular story has elements of fear, love, anger. So some things that we perceive may bring emotions from us. So certain things out there, however they came about, whether it be historical, whether it be culture, history, heritage, from our family, from our nation, from our religion, whatever it may be, it denotes certain perceptions, and that in turn brings out certain feelings from us. And we have a resonant state within us that has built up a perception along with feelings and meanings associated with it. So what happens is then the mirror reflection principle comes in from the universe, and what the universe does, it reflects a small glimpse of the thing that you resonate. Yeah, so there's already some feelings or beliefs inside you, and whatever that may be, that gets reflected back at you by the universe, because the universe uses, as we said, uses the mirror reflection principle to conscientize us. So from a young age, the beliefs that we grew up with, we see more and more being reflected back at us. It's reinforcing those beliefs, that we had. So if we believe that a black cat that goes in front of us means something bad's going to happen, then you will find that that's what gets reflected back at you. You end up seeing that, okay, bad things are happening because there was a black cat that was that went in front of me. Or it may be something like returning to the place that you've just left. There's many cultures around the world who believe that if you return back to the place that you just left, it could bring certain bad consequences. So if you just left your workplace, you're about to go home, then you just remembered something and you wanted to go back, many people might say that's not a very good thing to do, because it's going to bring some bad consequences, so you might as well just leave that and just go home. Now, yes, so if you do go back, you see bad consequences. That's the universe again reflecting back at you an element of your own, your own being. Yeah, you believe in something, and it's giving you a reflection back of that same thing that you believe in. Now, it doesn't have to stop here. You got, aliens, UFOs, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, abominable snowman. You got, all sorts of things out there, fairies, all sorts of things that people believe in, and then they have evidence to say that those things do exist. And you'd be surprised how far people will go. And I'm not here judging anyone whether those things are true or not. What I am saying is that universe will create things and will put those things to you, simply because it saw that you do believe in those things. Because the universe has a principle or another law that it needs you to chase things. It needs you to chase, it needs you to believe, it needs you to run after your passion, it needs you to run after your goals, your ambitions, and it needs to see the life inside you. So it needs you to leave your house every day and pursue the life, chase after life. So that's what it wants from you. Now what it does is it gives you a little bait, it gives you a small little reflection. There's some people, there's a guy in Scotland who has dedicated 40 years of his life looking for the Loch Ness Monster. He's only had one glimpse of it, and he's dedicated his life. Now, that's the mirror reflection principle at work. The mirror reflection principle, what it does is you believe in something, it gives you a small reflection of that thing, and it captures you. It's here to put a bait in front of you and see if you would bite. Some people do bite, some people swallow the whole thing, and then they go chasing after their things that they believe in. And that's what the universe wants you to do. And by doing that, what it really wants you to do, there's another level to that, which is it wants you to think about who you are. Yeah, it wants you to think about who you are, because what you're chasing is who you are. What you believe is who you are. Your resonance is who you are. This is what you are chasing. This is what you want from life. This is what you, so you get to have a look at a mirror. You get to have a look at a mirror, and you get to look at your, not just your physical self, but here what you're doing is you're looking at your internal self, your spiritual self, your resonant self. And that's what the universe is giving back to you. So now, if you act upon it, if you believe in it, then all that does, it solidifies even more. It becomes more and more solid as you chase it more and more. It becomes more and more real in your reality. Now, obviously, there are different thought forms that are contesting for the same space of the universe. Now, not all things are going to come true for everyone. Some things are just going to be there because probably innately, on a deeper level, they don't believe in it themselves, such as maybe the Loch Ness Monster or aliens or ghosts or whatever it may be. But the very fact that they saw elements of it, they truly believe in it, and then they're chasing after it, that's the universe using the mirror reflection principle to get them to chase after life. So, I hope that this makes it more clear how the manifestation principle works with the mirror reflection principle, and how if we understand them both together, it gives us a more comprehensive understanding about how the universe works and what are the hidden laws and rules that we need to be wary of, because if we are not wary of them, then we could be going against the flow of life as opposed to going along with it, and so we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're in sync with the universe and everything is going according to the way we want, and we are able to raise our consciousness and go on to another lifeline, which is much more in line with what we want. So this is what our aim is really. I hope you guys enjoyed this program. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time again, and we'll speak some more on this topic.